Hey everyone, I hope you are okay. So this is you're going to be your very last lesson now before the holidays, and I would like us to do a bit of a feelings lesson, talking about how we're feeling, because I think it's just really important to talk about that now before we go off on a much needed break over the holidays. So I thought I'd share with you this. We've shared this book before in school, and it's a lovely book. I read this at home. To my children as well. It's just a way of expressing how they're feeling, and it's just a nice picture book. So it's all about feelings. So it's not a story, it's just got lots of information. So it's all about feelings, and it is written by Felicity Brooks and Frankie Allen. Okay, so we'll have a look at this today. Okay, so it's a little bit like Feelings, like our Colour Monster book as well. So it's got a contents page here as well, where lots of different bits of it are. So we're just going to share part of this book today. Okay, so let me try and do it so I can see it, so you can see the book as well. Everyone has feelings. How are you feeling today? Happy? Hungry? Maybe you're feeling sad. Everyone in the world has feelings all the time, but the way that we show them can changes as we grow. So as we get older, our feelings might change how we show them. Tiny babies can't talk or even smile. They can only show how they're feeling by crying, or maybe not crying. This means it can be hard to work out what's wrong with a baby. Look, here's the baby's crying, and the mum's saying, is she hungry? And the dad's saying, oh, but she could be tired. The cat's saying, I think she wants a cuddle. Toddlers are good at showing feelings, but they don't understand why they have them, and they don't know that other people and pets also have feelings too. So you can see here these two are arguing. She wants shoes. Oh, the cat's saying, oh dear. Older children are good at showing feelings and may learn how to tell people how people are feeling by looking at their faces. So we've used a mirror before to look how our facial expressions can show us how we're feeling. So we'll say, do a happy face, sad face, angry face. This display here, actually, I took a copy of that, and it's in our classroom, you know, on our feelings wall. That's where that is. I want you to think of a time now, so you might need to pause the video. Can you think of a time when you've had any of these feelings? So Mrs. Cochrane's going to say some feelings, and can you think of a time that you had them? Can you think of a time when you felt proud? Proud. So you could talk to somebody at home about a time when you felt proud. Can you think of a time when you felt angry? Can you think of a time where you felt nervous? Oh, I can tell you a time when I felt nervous. I felt nervous on our very first Zoom call that we did. We did a Zoom call, and I felt so nervous because I was worried that nobody was going to come to it, and I'd just be there all on my own in my house without anybody on my Zoom call. But it made me feel very happy because you all joined it, and it made me feel excited as well. But I was worried and I was nervous before. So I've used a few of those words there. Can you think of a time where you felt happy? Can you think of a time where you felt sad? I'll show these words here, and you can pause this and chat to your grown up at home about these words and how you felt. Can you think of a time when you felt any of them? Okay. So sometimes you might have a body message that tells you how you're feeling. So sometimes you might have a headache, and that might be because you're a bit worried about something. So let's have a look. Your body has ways of showing feelings too. Some are messages that telling you your body needs something. I can't stop yawning. How do you think Tara's feeling then? Yes, she's feeling tired. I have a headache and a rash. Isaac is feeling ill. My tummy is rumbling. So is mine. Hannah is feeling hungry. Well done. I'm sweating and my face is all red. Holly is feeling hot. This is Theo. My mouth is very dry. Theo is feeling thirsty. Well done. I can't stop shivering. Brrr. Connor is feeling cold. Well done. If you are crying, you might be feeling sad, might you? Sometimes I cry when I'm happy, though, as well. Let me get to the few pages because I want us to do this part. It says here, how would you feel? So I am going to ask you, I'm going to tell you a scenario, so something that's happened, and I want you to decide how you would feel in that situation. So we'll come up with some words. We've got the word here: sad, worried, lonely, upset, bored, disappointed, proud, cheerful, happy, brave, excited, kind, relaxed, calm, helpful, nervous, annoyed, grumpy, frustrated, scared, and angry. Okay, right, I've got my first thing here. You're waiting. This picture here, we're going to look at, where is it? This one here. You're waiting for your turn to go on an enormous water slide for the first time. How would you feel? How would you feel if you're waiting to go on a slide? How would you feel before you were going to go on it? It's an enormous slide. I bet people have lots of different feelings. Can you get a pencil and write down how you're feeling to go on that slide? Okay, so maybe put number 1 and then how you feel. And then scenario 2, you could just put a 2. Okay, next one. At home time, all the children have been picked up, but no one's come for you yet. How would you feel? If you were the last person to get picked up, how would you feel? So she'll say some words: sad, worried, lonely, upset, bored, disappointed, proud, cheerful, happy, brave, excited, nervous, annoyed, grumpy, frustrated, scared, angry. What word would you describe it, how you felt if you were the last to be picked up? Okay, next one. You're cuddled up in bed with your best toy, listening to a really good story. How would you feel? Think about how you might feel if you're cuddled up in bed with your best toy, listening to a really good story. That is this one here. You want to carry on playing a game, but your mum says you have to go to bed. How would you feel? So her mum's here saying bedtime, or it could be dad, or it could be grandma, it could be granddad. Someone's telling you, your grown up is telling you it's time to go to bed, but you want to carry on playing the game. How do you feel? Let's do another one. Your teacher just told you that you got the part you wanted in the school play. How would you feel? Your teacher just told you that you got the part you wanted in the school play. How would you feel? You're playing with your friend. All of a sudden, her dog runs over the board and ruins the game. How would you feel? Your teacher just read a story that you wrote and said that it's really good. How would you feel? So if somebody had written a story and Mrs. Cochran said, read it out loud, your story, how would that make you feel? Have a think about that now and write it down. Write down some feelings. I do really like this book. There's lots of good pages on it. There's a page here called Changing Feelings. So it's about how your feelings can change throughout the day. So I'll give you an example. On Monday, I woke up really grumpy. I was so grumpy. Then Mr. Cochran brought me a cup of coffee. That made me feel really happy. Then I looked outside and it was snowing, but I'd got very bored of the snow. And that made me feel a bit grumpy again because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to try and get out in the snow and the cars will all be on the road. So I got grumpy again. But then I went for a lovely walk in the snow and it was beautiful. That made me feel very happy. Then my boys, were arguing over who needed to put the clothes away in the bedroom, and they were telling on each other about who hadn't done something. That made me feel a bit upset because I just thought, why are they not just getting on with it? So can you see Mrs. Cockram's changed, feelings changed all throughout the day. 1 minute you could be happy, the next minute you could be sad, the next minute you could be like a bit cross. Could have lots of different feelings all in one day. They change all the time. You can have jumbled up feelings, it says in here, jumbled up feelings. So sometimes when your feelings, you don't know how you're feeling. You don't know how you're feeling about something. And that could be like when we eventually come back to school. You might have jumbled up feelings about that. You might think, I'm really excited to see my friends, but then you might think, I'm really worried. I'm really worried about going back in the classroom again. But that's okay to have lots of different feelings, isn't it? It's important to always talk about our feelings. That is something that I feel very, very strongly about, that we always talk about our feelings and we're always making sure that we're just having like a little bit of time every few days just to discuss, especially now in this moment, to just discuss how we are feeling at home. Because I know it's hard for me to talk to my children sometimes at home because sometimes they don't even know how they're feeling themselves. So sometimes it's a good idea to like draw a picture of how you're feeling, like draw a picture of something that makes you happy, draw a picture of something that makes you sad. You could just draw pictures of different feelings as well. But I just wanted to end this half term that way, and I think you've all just been absolutely incredible. And it's so strange for me now talking to a computer. I'd obviously love to be talking to you face to face and doing this, like in person, but I can't. But I'm missing you all loads, and you've all just done absolutely amazing this half term. You really have. You should be so proud of yourselves. You've done incredible. You've done some amazing things, and it won't always be like this. Like we will all be back together in school again soon. But I just hope you have a lovely half term and get out for some lovely walks and maybe do some baking. I think I'm gonna might try and make pizzas. We made them the other day, but we didn't make the bases, because I didn't have enough time. But this time I think we're going to try and make our own bases as well. But you've got to quite a lot of time to make your base because you've got to let it rise. But apart from that, I'm going to do some baking. I'm going to make pizzas, and we're going to go for some lovely walks. We're going to watch some nice films. I think we're going to watch Harry Potter. We're going to watch a few Harry Potters. And apart from that, we're just going to relax and maybe eat. I'm going to eat some chocolate. Love chocolate. Anyway, I'm going on now. I shall see you later, and I'm missing you all so much. Bye, everybody. See you later.